It's now time for the Business Report with Joel Crosskill.
Lots to share with you in the Business Report today, as the opportunity to learn from the experiences of a trio of food entrepreneurs whose products have migrated from the kitchen tables of Jamaica to the shelves of retailers across the world. We're given a platform at the Empower JA Building Bridges for Business Success Forum series. But first, Dr. David Walcott, founder and managing partner Novamed Ventures, a healthcare investment firm that, despite seeding over US $300 million in investments, provides a sense of the challenges that persist when trying to source capital locally.
The Jamaican capital markets are extremely conservative, which is why we're having this conversation. The same fundamental philosophy that has us having a discussion around why there is so little innovation and financing is the same driver of the fact that the commercial banks are lowering their rates. Right? They're a function of risk aversion, which is fair in terms of the maturity of our ecosystem. However, what we have to do as entrepreneurs, innovators, and etc., is we have to be able to find ways to align with partners who can see our visions.
However, as the saying goes, where there is a will, there is a way, and as Mohan Jagnarain, founding partner and executive director, Spur Tree Spices Jamaica Limited, shared, it can sometimes carry an entrepreneur onto an unforeseen and unusual path.
We went to GK Capital, and I can never forget this. Mr. Dan Webby looked at me in my face and he said, Mohan, I'm going to lend you the money, GK Capital. And GK lent us $1 million collateral free. Yes. That is how we were able to scale that business. But that was because the business had a good plan. It was because Albert did a fantastic job of putting together how you're going to pay back the people their money. Right? And the business showed that we weren't taking no big salary. I had no new car. I had a Pro Box.
While for Kareem Munsey, founder and CEO, Home Choice Enterprise Limited, that has seen her business scale from a micro-sized enterprise in 1999 to a medium-sized one in 2012, and last year transitioned into the large manufacturing company category. Religious precepts directed her company's journey along another distinct path.
As a Muslim, it is forbidden by the scriptures and the Quran to not take interest-bearing loans. This meaning loans that has compounded interest rates. So we were forced into having I developed a block system where I could have friends just invest with me and get our returns on their money, short-term investment. And I can show that to the MSME if they want to bring family members in or attract other investors. I also run a round robin, what you call round robin. I run that for 25 years. I was able to run $1 million draw, and we were able to get, it started as a Muslim partnership where I transitioned over to a Jamaican manufacturer membership partnership as well. So we're able to get a lump sum of money to buy a car.
But not before previously having to sell two in order to sustain the enterprise.
Years ago, I needed to buy some bags overseas. I couldn't afford it. It was $250,000. It was a couple years ago. And I end up, the car that I walked and said, I end up selling that car and buying it. So you must have an asset that you can use to pay your supplies. Always pay your supplies.
It's a recipe that has sustained the philosophy of another Jamaican food success story across 2 generations, utilizing a franchise model to scale to over 60 locations with manufacturing facilities in Jamaica, Canada, and the United Kingdom, as catalogued by Alyssa Chin, director, Juicy Patties.
And our franchising, it started off very informally. It wasn't supposed to be it wasn't really, when our founder started, he didn't really imagine that it would be franchising. He just had a friend who opened another one. They had issues with keeping the product consistent, and that's how they ended up doing central production, we ended up doing central production. But those franchise partnerships, that franchisee is now still one of our major franchisees in Jamaica. So just really lasting partnerships and relationships with our franchisees. As well as our distributors. We're exporting in 11 other Caribbean islands, and wouldn't be able to do that without our local distributors who understand the market and who push and champion the product.
And for prospective food entrepreneurs who may initially feel intimidated by the prospect of competing against companies like the aforementioned, you may be surprised by just how willing more established brands are to help.
Piggyback on other companies in exporting and so we used to piggyback on National and Jamaican Teas Limited, so partner with other companies. When I was getting into export, I had to piggyback on some of the larger companies. So don't be afraid to go to them. They won't say no. They will accommodate you.
And that was your business report. I'm Joel Crosskill.